Uncover the truth behind Cody Rhodes' lackluster reign as WWE Champion and why fans are feeling disappointed, because in this video I'm going to list the reasons why this is the case and what WWE can do about it. Cody Rhodes, he symbolizes everything that makes for a great babyface. He's a smooth talker, he's relatable, he has a personality, a little bit of charm, and he's also really good on the mic and in the ring. All of those combine to make him a standout star on the WWE roster. Fans of all ages, whether you're young or old, they resonate towards this guy, and that is why his popularity has soared in WWE. Unfortunately, though, it seems like the WWE creative team isn't doing justice by him with some of the most dull storylines one can think about, because he had to go and finish his story, something which was a 2-year process after returning to WWE in 2022, doing a 3-part feud with Seth Rollins before ultimately getting injured, winning the Royal Rumble in 2023, coming up short to Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 39, only to do it all over again in 2024, ultimately at WrestleMania 40, him going over and winning the undisputed WWE Championship. Now, the narratives around Rhodes has really dropped in quality because of each storyline that he has been in. Following WrestleMania 40, each storyline gets a little bit worse, and it shows the flaws in WWE's creative team and its writing, and that became evident during Rhodes' first championship defense. Let's take it back to Backlash against AJ Styles. While the match itself, it was solid, the build-up, it was filled with some harsh comments by Styles to get some more heat on him. Now, Cody Rhodes, he handled that like a pro, stepping up and going over. They ran it back, which ultimately ended in an I Quit match. He then transitioned into a program with Logan Paul, something in which they had a really good match, but it was still lackluster. And there was a bunch of outside interference because that's what happens in Logan Paul matches. You fast forward, he's paired with Randy Orton and Kevin Owens in a chaotic 6-man tag, only to lose to the Bloodline. He then goes into a program with Solo Sikoa. SummerSlam, he beats Solo Sikoa, and no one really believed Solo was going to win that match and dethrone Cody, because we knew that A, Solo Sikoa wasn't going to dethrone Cody because it doesn't make any sense, and B, we knew Roman Reigns was going to make his return at SummerSlam and most likely cost Solo Sikoa the championship, and that's ultimately what happened. And that was the right call because Roman versus Solo is much bigger. Now, we do know that they're running it back between Cody and Solo on the September 13th episode of Friday Night SmackDown, the USA Network premiere/return episode. Now, in the middle of that, we had a wonky storyline with Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens, in which Cody Rhodes wanted Kevin Owens to have a championship match, despite the fact that Kevin Owens did not earn the right to get a championship match. He had not been on a winning streak to earn said championship match. And oh, by the way, Kevin Owens acknowledged that he did not deserve this title match. Regardless, Nick Aldis, SmackDown GM, decided, you know what, Cody, that's a great idea. Let's go with your idea. And everyone rolled their eyes. Now, Cody Rhodes, he went over Kevin. So with all that being said, that's what's made Cody Rhodes' lackluster championship run. And it got me thinking, what can WWE and its writing team do to kind of turn around this issue? And I think it's very simple. What does AJ Styles, what does Logan Paul, Kevin Owens, and Solo Sikoa all have in common? They're not serious threats to dethrone Cody Rhodes as champion. They're just not. Logan Paul, yeah, he's a former U.S. champion, but he was U.S. champion at the time that he challenged Rhodes for the title, and really no one thought that Logan was going to win it, right? He's a part-timer, and it's just not going to work. AJ Styles, he's not going to beat Cody Rhodes right out of WrestleMania, regardless of how much heat they put on this guy. That hurt the feud, that hurt the build, and that hurt the believability that AJ Styles could do just that. How about Solo Sikoa? He's a big threat coming out of WrestleMania 40. WWE giving him a huge push, trying to replace him, replacing Roman Reigns as the tribal chief. Well, that didn't work either because we knew Roman was coming back. Same thing goes heading into SmackDown. Kevin Owens, clearly that was never going to be a threat. Now, you look at the SmackDown roster and you even look at the Raw roster. Is there guys on those rosters that you could believably think that Cody Rhodes could ultimately put over and drop the said championship to? 1,000%. But you need to build those guys up, and especially on the SmackDown side, you have to build those guys up, get them to the point where you can have someone be a believable heel and dethrone him. You look at what Hulk Hogan was able to do. He was a classic guy where he would bring in, either WWE would bring in guys that were much bigger than Hogan, just from, the territories, and or Hogan knew them and was friends with them so they could get a gig and he could have a dance partner. Either way, he had a monstrous heel that he had to somehow, some way overcome. That was the believability, right? Hogan, he would get beat down. He would question whether or not he could beat these guys. It would make you think, okay, this is the guy that's going to dethrone Hulk Hogan, and then Hulk Hogan would ultimately beat them, right? It's a classic babyface heel dynamic. WWE, they got to do that with Cody. That's what's been missing with this championship run, and I think once they solve this issue, then yeah, I think they're off to the races. I think that they can do something really, really fun with Cody, and in a positive way, really turn around this run that arguably should have been a really good run, one of the best runs of Cody's career. It should have been Cody's run of a century. But you also find the issue of classic babyface booking, which is, okay, you have a top babyface, he wins the championship, and then it's kind of stagnant afterwards. Why is that? Well, unlike heels, it's much more better for a babyface to chase after a championship or after a nasty heel and try to get the revenge rather than the babyface always winning and always being on top. You want to see the underdog story. That's why it resonates across film and television, musicals, and even pro wrestling. You want to see the underdog, the guy that you are relatable to, go through his struggles, because just like everyone else, we go through our own struggles. And you want to see them succeed just like you're hoping that you will succeed. It's all about relatability. And you also have to have someone that you don't want to be, or you don't want to turn into be, or that you just don't like. And that's where the heels come into play, right? It's all psychology. It's all philosophy. And that's honestly what makes pro wrestling so great. But if they can solve some of these issues, really just one issue, then I think they'll be good. The good news is for Cody and WWE is, yes, you do have Bad Blood on October 5th. I don't think he's defending the title on that show. You have Crown Jewel coming up in November. You have Survivor Series. Well, he doesn't necessarily have to defend the championship at Survivor Series, and he doesn't necessarily have to defend the championship at Bad Blood. So you have a little bit of time of breathing room. If you enjoyed this video and you want to watch more of it, hit that button next to this screen right here. And so you can watch another Cody Rhodes related video. Hit that like button, subscribe button, and leave a comment down below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video.